Hello and welcome to another How I Painted. Today I will be painting Unknown from Wildlands. I began by priming it with Stynylrez primers using an airbrush. And now I'm using pig iron from P3 and I'm putting that over all of the chainmail. I wanted to highlight the chainmail, so I'm using Quicksilver from P3. And I'm going to attempt to do a dry brush by scrubbing off most of the paint on that paper towel and then just lightly dragging the brush across the mail here. I was hoping that it would collect on the edges of the rings, and I might have got some effect, but wasn't much. Next I'm using solid gold, and this goes on too thin. You can clearly see it's kind of splotchy, so I switched to roulette gold, which is a darker gold. I was hoping that would be better. It wasn't much better, but it's what I went with. And so I painted roulette gold on all of the plate armor on this character. I'm going to have to do multiple coats of this to get it to really shine, because it is so transparent. For the blade, I'm using cold steel. Next, I'm going back over all of the gold plate armor with solid gold, which is the brighter of the two golds, brighter than roulette gold. I will have to put on a third coat to get the color that I'm looking for. You can see that it's becoming a richer gold color with the additional layers. I'm going back to Quicksilver to highlight the edges of the blade here. And now for the final coat of solid gold. Now I'm going to attempt to make a highlight for the gold. I'm mixing Mara White and solid gold. It comes out looking a little pink, so I'm not entirely satisfied with it. I don't use it that extensively on the Mini, but I do use it to edge highlight parts of the helmet, parts of the armor. Once all that dries, I'm going to be using Citadel's Shade Gnome Oil Gloss on every metallic part of the Mini. This is going to really help bring out the chainmail, as there are those little recesses it will darken, but it will help with the gold as well. Shades are for many miniatures. It depends on the sculpt, but for many miniature shades are a good and quick way to bring out detail. I am being mindful not to let it overpool in any place. Sometimes if you aren't careful, it can pool quite heavily, and then it's not so much of a shade as it is a blob of dark color. Next I'm using Battlefield Brown for the gloves and the top of the shield. The top of the shield is such a large and flat surface that the paint isn't going on completely evenly, so I'm going to have to go over that again with a second coat. I'm also using it on the belt. For variety, I'm using Deathless Metal on the hilt and pommel of the sword. For the plume, I'm beginning with Coal Black, which is actually kind of a dark blue. But I will be highlighting that with a lighter blue. I'm using Thamar Black to begin work on the eyes. The art for Unknown makes it look like there is a little bit of a glow coming from inside of the helmet. So I'm beginning with by blacking out the eyes, and then I'll be gradually working to a bright point in the center of the eye. To highlight the plume, I'm using Signar Blue Highlight, and I'm just running this across the edges of the detail on the plume. Continuing on the eyes, I'm using Troll Blood Base, and I'm going to make a little dot or circle inside of the black that I made. And then when that's dry, I'm going to be using white for just a dot in the center. I'm happy with how the eyes turn out. I think they are one of the best parts of the Mini, and they act as a good focal point. Back to Battlefield Brown to do another coat on the shield. And to wrap it up, Ironhull Grey for the base. Unknown is one of the simpler characters to paint in Wildlands. There's not that many colors or anything complicated going on, but I actually really like how this guy looks. For such an easy model to paint, he's quite striking. That wraps up how I painted Unknown from Wildlands. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, happy painting.